Hey everyone, and welcome to another daily cinephile vlog. So, catching up on some episodes of Loki before the finale premieres next week. I've been watching the episodes as they come out, but I just haven't really gotten the chance to sit down and talk about them yet. So, if anybody's interested, I'm just going to go through all the episodes today. And we're going to start with episode 3, of course, the last one that I didn't discuss. And episode 3 was basically following up where the previous episode had left off, where the new character who was introduced, a seemingly female Loki, went running away into one of the portals, and then Loki went after her. So in this episode, we find out that that planet is Lamentis 1, where another apocalyptic world-ending event is happening. Everyone's going to die. So any kind of thing that you do to that planet won't end up mattering. It's not going to create a nexus event. So they run away to there. And in the process, Loki ends up taking the actual temp pad itself, and it loses power. So they need to find a way to power it up, because otherwise they're stuck on this planet and there will be an apocalypse and they'll die. We find out that the female Loki herself is not actually named Loki. Her name is Sylvie. Some people were speculating that it was going to actually be Lady Loki, but it ended up being this other character. Some people actually already figured it out beforehand, because one of the credits from a different country had her listed as Sylvie, so people already kind of figured it out. But that's what she ends up being. She was a completely different Loki, living a different life from him. And then one small error that she made, or one small change that she made in the timeline, and then the timekeepers took her, but then she escaped at one point. So she's been the mysterious variant Loki that's been causing havoc throughout the entire timeline. What I really like about this episode is just we have a lot of time where the two characters are talking and getting to know each other and forming some kind of connection. They both have similar attributes, but also this other Loki, the female Loki, Sylvie anyway, seems like she's a lot more advanced, just because she's actually experienced such a different life from the original Loki. You know, she's been on the run from the TVA. She's been trying to find her way to destroy the TVA. And I find all of that really interesting. And also, I just find that she is almost a little smarter than the other Loki, just because she has more experience. Um, Basically, though, once the thing loses power, they have to find their way to a ship that is doomed anyway, but the ship has enough power where they'll be able to power up the temp pad. So they're on a train. They are using all their magic and tricks to sneak their way on there, but Loki himself is just causing too much trouble, drinking a little too much, causing a fight. They get kicked off the train. In the process, they break the temp pad. It does really seem like the end, and that is kind of what leads to a really awesome finale. In the finale, basically, it's this one-shot take of them trying to find their way through this village, and past this village is where the spaceship is about to go up in the air. And they figure if they are on that ship, maybe they can find a way to get out of there. Sure, it'll cause a Nexus event because they have changed the timeline, but they figure that's a better way out of here rather than just sitting on this planet and dying in the apocalypse. And I'm reading some notes here too, because I tried to take notes as I was going, and basically that's all I really have at the moment, because I like this episode. It again ended on a cliffhanger, because they don't make it onto the ship, and then it kind of seems like that's the end. And I guess I didn't know exactly what was going to happen next, because I was like, I don't know how they're going to get out of this. Maybe they're going to meet some other character. Maybe it's going to cause some other kind of havoc if they die there too, because they were never supposed to die there. So I don't know if that causes some problem with the timeline, regardless of the fact that everybody dies. I don't really know. Another thing that I noticed too, and then some people started pointing out, was each episode seems to have some kind of color tones that match the Infinity Stones, and I'm wondering if it's going to stay true through all the episodes, because like the first episode had a lot of orange tones. The second episode, especially during the scenes within that convenience store had a lot of red tones, and then this episode had a lot of purple tones. So in my head, I'm calling them stones, color stones, not tones, but color stones. um, and I wonder, just because this is 6 episodes, if each episode's going to have one dominant color. I don't think it really means anything, though. I don't think it really all adds up to, like, I think it's just more of an homage to the Stones themselves. I think it's just like a fun thing the creators are doing. I don't think it's actually playing into the plot itself, but just something I kind of noticed. Obviously, I've seen the next episode now, but in the end, this one didn't give me a lot to theorize about exactly. The only thing that it left me with is, should I trust this new character? Can I trust that Loki's going to trust her? Are they actually going to form a team, or are they going to cause more problems? I don't really know. But definitely with that finale, it was kind of shocking, because I was expecting, oh, they'll probably make it on the ship, and I feel like they're going to get off of it, and that will cause the Nexus event. But I guess in the end, we're left with them figuring out some other way. Granted, I don't think this episode was as good as the previous 2 episodes that were made, but still, the show is going in a really good direction. So let's move on to episode 4.